Getting set. Ross Bolt and Kev Worthington up front. Looking set. Green flag falls. Bolt was a little slow. Worthington wasn't, and he shot to the lead. Blacklaw back in the middle of the pack as go. Oh, there's trouble there as Ross Bolt went round and round. So Ross Bolt in a very precarious position there. That's one heck of a hairy corner, turn 2. And to be sitting in that dangerous position, he is off the track, I understand, but he's only just off the track. It's a bit of a dangerous position for him to be in, so the race was brought to a stop. So we'll pack them up again, send them away. Away they go, and Kev Worthington again bounces to the lead. There's Bob Tunks going through on the inside. He got up there very quickly. Then comes the Victorian Johnson, but Bob Tunks has now worked himself into a solid position, and Tunks is chasing after the leader. Oh, there's the Victorian Johnson slamming into the wall. He's still going, but that won't do the suspension on the rear end any good. Bob Tunks getting to the leader, Kev Worthington. Worthington is in front, but Tunks is out after him. Tunks trying to come through on the inside of Worthington. Now he goes through on the inside. Worthington drops back to second. So it's Bob Tunks, the leader, followed by Kev Worthington. Then comes Terry Becker and Sid Moore, followed by Bruce White, Alan Bates and Bob Blacklaw. Bob Tunks clearly in front. Now Sid Moore's worked his way up into third place, past Terry Becker. Becker trying to come back at Moore, but in the 95 car, Sid Moore has moved up into a clear third spot. Becker has dropped back to fourth, and Bruce White is challenging him in fifth place, but at the moment, it's all Bob Tunks. Bob Tunks well out in front of the ASAP Courier's car as he goes around a couple of the slower cars. Worthington in second position, then back to Sid Moore. But Bob Tunks doing it in fine style out in front. Worthington through some of the slower traffic, and now he's going to be challenged by Sid Moore as we go down the back with 13.5 laps to go. Bob Tunks well out in front at this stage and is setting a very, very quick pace. Worthington in second, Sid Moore trying to close on him, and then it's back to Terry Becker. And those four have got this race all to themselves at this stage. In fifth position we have Bruce White. That pothole will create some problems as we get into the lower laps of this race. But Bob Tunks a good leader at this stage as he goes down the back under the Coke timer. Kev Worthington and Sid Moore having a good ding-dong battle for second position. Moore in third at this stage. Well, we've got trouble up here. Two cars, and we've got the yellow lights on, and we'll have a restart with 11 laps to go. The two cars there, one with a very, very bent wing is Alan Bates, and the other one I can't see who it is at this stage. But Alan Bates has a very, very bent wing. I just can't pick up the other driver at this stage. Ross Bolt it is, the local driver. Those two coming to grips there. But Bob Tunks well out in front before that stoppage. This will allow Sid Moore to get up pretty close to Kev Worthington, and Terry Becker and Bruce White also very, very handy there to mount a challenge to these leading drivers. With 12 laps to go, the boys are picking up a bit of pace. And the pace was on quickly, and the green flag has been waved, and away they go with 12 to go.
and Bob Tunks has just absolutely blitzed him off the line. Of course, being in the position where he was at the start of that restart gave him a hell of an advantage, and he just put the foot to the floor, and we got trouble down here. Two of them coming to grips there. It was Bruce White and also Terry Becker. And as I mentioned earlier, I think that pothole down there is going to have some real effect on this race as we continue, and Terry Becker and Bruce White coming to grips there. Coming around for the start now, and away they go. And again it's Bob Tunks who has jumped straight to the lead. Kev Worthington under hot pressure from Sid Moore, and Bruce White's up there also. But it's Bob Tunks who's shot straight to the lead from Worthington, then Moore, then Bruce White. Blacklaw back in fifth position at this stage from Phil Johnson from Victoria, and then Ross Bowles. We've got more trouble down here. The 86 car of Joe Madsen got a little bit sideways. And we've got Phil Johnson from Victoria's car has run into a little bit of a flat spot there, but he's got it stoked up again, and he's rejoined the race, so there's no stoppage. But there's no stopping the ASAP Courier's car of Bob Tunks, the number 54. He's way out in front, but the battle is on in earnest for the minor placings. Kev Worthington, who's got 9 points already in the East Coast Championship from round one, would dearly love to hang on to second position, but he's in unbelievable trouble here. One over, nearly over. One, oh, goodness gracious. Kev Worthington slowed down there. Sid Moore came to grips with Worthington. Then Bruce White got it sideways, and Bob Blacklaw is also involved in that. But White looks as though he's okay. Didn't look as though he was going to go over there for a minute, and then got shunted onto the wall, and then finally had a little rollover.
Well, that was dreadful bad luck for Bruce White there, because we must ask you to stay back behind the gates, please. Behind the fence, I should say. Back behind the fence immediately, please. We're still in the process of a race meeting, and it is against the laws of speedway racing to go beyond that fence, whether the race has come to a stop or whether it hasn't. And dreadful bad luck there for Bruce White, who was the innocent party. He tried to move up on the outside wall, right up on the fence, as soon as he saw the trouble ahead of him. When Kev Worthington slowed dramatically, I think the fire just went out underneath the bonnet of Kev Worthington's car, and with everybody charging along behind him, Sid Moore was the first to get into trouble, and then Blacklaw and White, trying to avoid the incident, just got hooked up in one of those race incidents. So everybody's A-OK, which is good news as far as injury is concerned, but bad luck for both Blacklaw and particularly White, who was looking to be a bit of a serious challenge to the second place anyhow, but then Worthington was coughing it up to them on a plate because of the engine problem that he'd suffered. So perhaps Bruce White might be able to get a restart. It looks as if Bob Blacklaw's given up any hope that he has of having a restart. Bruce White's looking pretty seriously at his car and hoping that he can get it going again. So Bob Tunks gives it a footfall and blasts away. Sid Moore in second place. Bruce White maintaining his consistency for third. Bad luck there. The steward saw Phil Johnson in trouble, put the yellow light on, and then Johnson managed to clear the track for him, and now he's cursing the fact. Bob Tunks will give her the gun, and green. Tunks, Moore, White, Blacklaw certainly seem to be the only ones in contention of stepping into the winner's circle for trophy presentations in 7 laps' time. And Bob Tunk certainly looks to be able to step into number 1. Sid Moore holding down second spot. Here's Alan Bates going around and hooked up on the infield. Terry Becker headed bush to avoid him. They looked like they were dancing there for a moment. So the rate. See. Okay, the officials have decided to declare the race, and it'll be declared at 54 Bob Tunks, 95 Sid Moore, and 96 Bruce White.
Thank you very much, Ross. Well, with me are the lovely young ladies from Winfield, of course, to make our presentation, and Joanne is going to make the presentation to our winner, Bob Tunks.
Thank you very much. Well, what an exciting race it's turned out to be this evening. It certainly was a race of lots of spills, and I hope that nobody was injured terribly. And it's quite sad to think that your cars get knocked out before the end of the race. However, what can I say about Bob Tunks taking Winfield East Coast into taking out the second round of the Winfield race here this evening, and I wish him luck. I guess he'll be coming back to contest the final round in about 3 or 4 weeks' time. I don't know whether it's me or the microphone. Probably me. However, Bob Tunks, where are you? Please come and receive. Oh, here we are. Congratulations, Bob. Marvellous trophy. Continue final round.
You hold the end of it, you're electric.
You have to hold the end, right. Yep. What can I say? Marvellous. I'm sure you're quite happy about taking it out this evening. It's a lovely trophy, and congratulations on behalf of Winfield.
Thanks very much. I'd like to thank Winfield for the trophy. It's been a long time coming. We've run that many seconds and thirds here in feature races. I should thank Gary for staying away. But, I think we had the best car. We worked hard on it during the meeting, and we had it right at the right time. And I'd just like to thank the boys and the crew, everyone else that's given us a hand, Andrew and Grant and Meat and Warren and Graham and Roy and everyone else, the sponsors, ASAP Courier. I'd like to thank my engine builder, Ivan Walker, because that motor in that car tonight is on its 100th race meeting. And I think that's a hell of an effort, because it's not a real good motor, and he's managed to keep it together that long. So without Ivan, I don't think I'd be here, in any of the trophy presentations, because he does a terrific job. So thanks again, and also thanks to Toddy Styles, ASAP Courier, and my wife for putting up with all the late nights, and we should be home, but we're working on a race car.
Good on you, Bob. Thank you very much. Big hand for Bob Tunks, the winner of our East Coast Championship, round 2. And in second position, Sid Moore. Give Sid a big hand as he comes up now to collect his trophy from the Winfield ladies. Sid, well done to you. Right, a minute. Bob was a little bit hot out in front tonight, Sid.
Yes, Bob got to the front very quick, and he had time to settle down. We were back there battling in the traffic, having a little bit of fun, and congratulations to Bob for taking out tonight's main.
Well done. Congratulations to you, Sid Moore, also for second spot tonight.
Right, thanks very much. Now it's my turn, isn't it? Right, I'd like to thank my sponsors, which are Valvoline. They'll give us a terrific product with their oils. I'd like to thank my crew for giving us all the backing that we give. We've had quite a few seconds this year, and I think it's always best to get into the places. I'd also like to welcome here tonight Walt Ross from Sacramento, California. People might remember he was one of the backers behind Gary Patterson. Welcome here, Ross. Thanks very much, everybody.
Thanks, Sid. And in third position tonight, after having a little bit of a spill and then getting it back together, Bruce White. Congratulations to you, Bruce, as you collect third prize. A bit of a spill there, but you came up all right.
Yeah, those little trips and falls sort of hurt sometimes, but we were pretty lucky. We've been lucky all night, but we got going again, and that's good. It was a little bit funny to drive, but good cars are easy to drive, I suppose, so it's just me that's got to change. I haven't got any sponsors, so one, my brother-in-law, he helps build the wings, so I've given him a job to do for next week. I don't think he'll be too impressed with that. Thanks to my crew, my wife and my daughter, they put up with it. I'm glad they do. I wouldn't like to see a decision come to hand, but thanks very much. So I hope you all enjoyed yourself. It's a shame when cars do crash like that, but if no one's hurt, well, you know, we can fix the machinery. Thanks all. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Good night.
Good on you. Thank you very much. Congratulations to Bruce White, and thank you very much to the ladies from Winfield.